What's up? Welcome to the smoking table. I'm Dre.
And I'm Jay.
Here we go with weed news.
All right. In weed news, nationally, we got the National Council of Legislators commission that was going on last week that I told you guys about. Well, it wasn't until after our podcast last week that they actually had the panel that we were all waiting on. So the panel was called Legalize Marijuana, Potholes and Possibilities. It was a panel that was headed by lawmakers from Colorado and Washington, as well as policy analysts, law enforcement, and attorneys. And it was basically a way for lawmakers around the country to kind of pick their brains, since recreational marijuana is already legal there, about what they can expect, or how they can counteract it, or what pitfalls may come in them lagging to past this, which is, it's coming. And just as a side note, I want to say that I personally thought that in this administration it was going to happen, but not when he first came into the door. I didn't think that once he got into his second term, I figured, especially in this part of his term where, he has his, I'm going out as the Prez tour where he can basically do whatever the hell he wants.
I'm loving it, by the way. Is I don't give a fuck tour.
Yeah. The problem is, though, is that, because it hasn't happened by now, that's how I know it's not going to happen with him.
Yeah.
The good thing is, though, is that it's such a big issue now that the next president coming in can't deny it. It's not going to be something that, you may be able to think about on your way out. Like, this is something that coming in, you're going to have to prove to the people that you're going to address. But back into the news. All right, so roughly 20 states last year had some sort of bill on the books about legalizing recreational marijuana. None of them passed, by the way, but all of them pretty much tried. Next year, there'll also be a handful of states, Florida being one of them, who are going to have marijuana bills on the ballots. And basically, in this forum, what the lawmakers in Colorado and Washington were trying to urge the rest of the country is it's coming. And you can either ride it or you can be rolled over by it.
Everyone should just jump on board and go along with it.
Because if you're waiting for the feds to do it, they're obviously not going to do it. They're still busting recreational marijuana facilities in both states. And until the president says otherwise, the feds are going to do what they're going to do. So your only two main differences at this point is to either have them write it into law or the people forcing it into law. And what they pointed out was that in both Colorado and Washington, marijuana passed as a voter initiative. Also can be said for DC. And at that point, you're at the mercy of the people. Because marijuana coalitions and enthusiasts and activists are the ones who are drawing up these laws. And once they pass, the only thing that the lawmakers can do about it is enact them. State Senator Ann Rivers from Washington basically said, better to get in front of it than to so that you can educate the people about the policy that you created, basically, so that you can get the people on board with your idea of what marijuana should be recreationally, than to basically have the people write it for you. Sure. And they're even urging states who don't have medical marijuana already that they should go ahead and move to recreational at once, or add medical marijuana into your recreational program, because if you do them separately, you're basically doubling your work.
So pretty much they're saying skip the step and just go straight recreational.
Yeah,
but like adult recreational, like regulated, like 21 and older, right?
Yeah, to quote Miss Ann Rivers again, she said, if I had to do it all over again, we would just have one system. For regulating marijuana, it would require two different tax structures for the medical and recreational, but that's the only difference that you would have to make. I mean, if you start with medical, you once you turn to recreational, you have to go back and revamp your whole program because I mean, there is no more, and by the way, this is the only real reason why I'm against medical marijuana is because I mean, the government registration, like there, especially, I mean, nobody does in a lot of these states, like, and especially a lot of these red states that just have medical marijuana on their books because the people forced it. Like, they don't have a big medical marijuana program. I think like Minnesota has like, I think they said like 1,500 people. I know it was less than 5,000.
Oh my God.
When you have that little amount of people on a government registry, you're basically handing the DEA a list and harassing people who need this medically. This isn't like, these people aren't approved by doctors. So, I mean, the only negative part about the whole state legislators committee was basically, and I mean, it's not really a negative, it's just the obvious. I mean, they warned lawmakers that there are more positives than negatives in the obvious categories of the issues of public consumption, driving under the influence, dealing with edibles and child safety. So those are things though that they urge lawmakers to learn from their mistakes because I mean they're playing catch up in this field right now. I mean Denver's trying to pass a law right now to have all edibles stamped with it's like a stop sign that says THC on it.
What?
But like they're trying to now make these changes that because they were the experiment, they were the ones to go in first.
Do these things have like okay? So how like on cigarettes they have the Surgeon General's warning, so that stop sign would pretty much be like that for edibles.
Yeah, because I mean, what they have is they have a warning on the package.
Okay.
But it does no good once the food's out the package.
Yeah.
So they want a marker on the actual food itself to say that it contains THC.
That'd be awesome because now your grandma won't accidentally eat your brownies.
All right, in Florida news, I'm very excited about this actually because there seems to be a rec initiative on the way. I mean, we had one before, or we have one. The one about the teachers getting the 10%.
Yeah.
And my only issue with that one is honestly, I've always said that the people who are out here who are the actual, marijuana activists are the ones who should be backing the legislation. Like, I mean, no offense to John Morgan, but I mean, United for Care is United for Care of Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't, NORML or, MPP or, a national organization.
They're just a small time group trying to be heard by people.
Exactly. So, I mean, I always felt like we needed that backing of, a big marijuana activist group to get this really going. And it seems in a way that we kind of have that because we have Sensible Florida, which is a new recreational marijuana initiative that is called Regulate Florida. It's actually Karen Goldstein, who is from the Florida chapter of NORML. Michael Minardi, who is a steward attorney, who actually was the one who won the medical marijuana case for, I believe it was Jim Morgan.
Jim Morgan?
Don't quote me on that, but look up Michael Minardi. And Mr. Bill Wolsifer, who is a Tallahassee attorney and lobbyist and the attorney for their group. Sensible Florida's site doesn't have anything on it just yet. They haven't spoken about their actual details of their recreational marijuana initiative. But for what they tell you is basically that through their attorney, they made a statement saying that it's a very comprehensive plan and it doesn't really leave much for the legislature to do. They learned from the best. They know the ins and outs. So I mean, this isn't something that is going to, once it passes, go to Tallahassee and stall out like the CBD bill did. And it's basically going to be another recreational marijuana amendment. I mean, as soon as I get the details, I will definitely post them on the blog. And if we can squeeze some into next episode, I'll definitely update you guys as well. Right now, the initiative is going to the Division of Elections, and after that, it goes to the Supreme Court for inspection. And after that, I mean, it needs the same 683,000 votes, or excuse me, signatures as the United for Care initiative. Support both. Support all three. If the third recreational marijuana ballot gets on there, support all three.
Well, they have to be 60% again.
Yeah. It has to be a 60% majority. I mean, that's just how Florida is. The 2/3 majority is the way we do things, and that's why nothing ever gets done. But bring your support out, because I mean, this one is what my marijuana hopes and dreams were. I mean, recreational marijuana with national backing.
That'd be amazing.
Let's get that happening.
There we go, America.
Speaking of NORML, as we move to our technology segment, NORML is also trying to make sure that everybody's safe when their town, region, state, whatever goes to wreck. They have created an app which is now available on Google and the iStore and whatever. My only real issue with it is that the app costs $4.99, but it's basically a sobriety test. It's a app that gives you a series of tests to find out if you're too stoned to drive.
That's amazing.
And we have a video for this, which we're actually gonna start posting these videos to the blog as well,
so you guys can see them, because listening to them is cool, but it's not like the best. So we will post them to the blog so you guys can look at them too. All right, here we
go. Canary gives you a quick, private, and accurate way to test your mental and physical performance, anytime and anywhere. Use it to find out if you're in top shape, or if you're impaired due to fatigue, medication, alcohol, or marijuana. Canary consists of 4 quick tests. We start with memory. You see 6 random numbers appear, spin around, and slowly disappear. Remember the numbers because you'll be asked to repeat them. The second test measures balance. You're asked to stand on one leg and stay steady for a moment. A tone or vibration signifies the start and finish. The next test measures reaction time. You see a variety of different buttons appear at random locations. Your job is to tap the right button as soon as it appears. A tone or vibration indicates when you've tapped the button. The last test measures time perception. Tap the start button, then count out loud to 20 seconds. That's it. Your performance is now analyzed, and you see your performance score. A green light means you're performing at a normal level. A yellow light means you're performing below normal. And a red light means you're performing at a very low level. You now have objective feedback about your performance to help you be more safe and more responsible. It's that easy. Canary lets you track your performance against your own highly accurate personal baseline or against a general norm. The general norm is based on a large group of unimpaired people. Our privacy policy is simple. We don't collect any information from you. Canary helps you be your best. It can't guarantee you'll be able to perform tasks or drive safely, but it does give you an accurate snapshot of your mental and physical performance, anytime and anywhere.
love the guitar in that. That was my favorite part of the whole thing was the guitar.
That is pretty cool.
It was amazing. Alright, so that was Canary. That's awesome. An app to let you know that you're too fucked up to drive, whether you're on pills, drunk, or
Fatigue,
sleepy, stoned. Stoned is probably the majority of what's going to be.
Considering it was created by Normal, I'm pretty sure that was the, at least, main intention.
I'll play it when I'm not stoned. It just sounds fun to play. It looks fun. You can see the video in the blog. We'll have the link, or the video posted in the blog.
I think it's like cool that it has a baseline of like people who are sober that you can use to like compare yourself to. But then it also learns you.
It's
so
like,
then you can have a baseline of like your ability.
This is you all the time. You're not fucked up right now. You're just not very good at this. This is not your forte.
That's awesome. But then if you like got stoned and got good at it, then it'd probably know.
They would know. It'd be like, nah.
Like, normally you can't pass this, so you must be really screwed up right now.
Unless you're high all the time. But, yeah. That's
so
cool.
if you got $5 to spend, support the cause. I mean, it is, marijuana activists created act. So
play Angry Birds when you're really stoned, and if you don't throw your phone, you're good to drive.
Gotta play the Star Wars Angry Birds though.
Yes, Angry Birds 2 actually just came out. I'm confused about that because there's been several Angry Birds, and they're on number 2 now, so I'm lost.
Well, no, Angry Birds. You know what Angry Birds 2 is? Angry Birds 2 is Angry Birds in the Candy Crush format.
Really?
Yeah, where you only get a certain amount of birds, and then you have to, like, wait 30, 40 minutes or something like that.
Oh my god, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that game. I haven't even played it, but fuck that game. No. Why? Why does everyone copy other people? You had a good system. You sold 1 million fucking games where people were throwing birds at pigs.
But all those games were free. You sold 1 million free games.
There was in-app purchases. You could have purchased stuff in the app.
I sold 1 million free games.
It's more than I've sold.
But you have the same amount of money.
I've done not as much work. Yes, I'm $10.
So that's the thing. You make a really cool free app and mass produce it, and then sell the rights to the characters.
Tom the Cat.
Walt Disney's been doing that for years.
Walt Disney's amazing. They're so bad at people that they can do good in business.
Walt Disney's gonna come after me, man.
Yeah, he is. You're not a big Disney fan? Alright, so now we are moving on to sports. So there's a lot of stuff in sports.
No, there's not.
No, there's not. There's some stuff that's happening in football, because that's what's happening right now is football. So this is going to be football for a minute, because honestly, baseball bores me.
You got brawls and crime.
Yes.
Going on in football. What's new in the NFL?
There is
brawls
lawyers.
And crime. That's the NFL all the time.
It's amazing.
That's when you know it's NFL season. Brawls and crime.
Brawls and crime. Brawls and crime. That's the name of the episode.
So, what do you want to talk about first?
All right, so we'll start with something hilarious. Geno Smith. Geno Smith got his jaw broken during training camp. Not by a football accident, not by something stupid, by getting into a fight over $600 with a teammate. Someone who plays on his own team broke his jaw over $600 that Geno Smith says, I don't owe you. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't owe you money.
Geno Smith. Not only from Florida, from Broward County, Miramar. Man, did you hear about that fight earlier in the week that Cam Newton got into? And he was back in at the next damn snap. So even in fighting, you are an inferior quarterback. And this just in today, Empanada Impala? Impali? I knew I was going to screw that up anyway, so I didn't care.
Impali.
Rex Ryan signed up to the Buffalo Bills.
To the Bills.
Tell me that wasn't just another punch to the face.
Geno Smith hit twice in one day. 2 days. 2 days. 1 day. 2 days.
And you about to be out for, 6 to 10 weeks?
6 to 10 weeks. Because of a broken jaw. Because he owed someone $600.
Cam Newton wasn't out for 6 to 8 minutes.
That was a long time for Cam Newton to be out.
He was only out that long because it was in the fight.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe this is a good calling for the Jets. So
it's a good calling for Geno Smith because he only has a half a season to throw interceptions at that point.
I want to try to say something positive about the Jets. I have a friend who likes the Jets. That's something positive about the Jets. They have one fan.
Jets.
Jets. All right, so. God damn it. Tom Brady, who people are still talking about because of the infamous Inflategate. Deflategate. I'm saying the opposite. That would be good if it was Inflategate. We wouldn't have a problem. We wouldn't be in court right now. They're like, these balls are pretty puffy. But it's alright. It's cool. Deflategate. Alright, so Tom Brady and Roger Goodell went to court today because...
Dun dun.
Dun dun.
Your Honor, motion to call him the deflator. Alright, so here's my biggest thing out of the whole thing that went on today in court. The judge asked Roger Goodell straight up, do you have any evidence, solely implicating Tom Brady? And Goodell said no. And I understand that in the court of law. But in the court of public opinion, they called dude the deflator. Come on, man. And the corny ass excuse of, they call him the deflator because his weight fluctuates.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
They called him the deflator because the weight of damn balls fluctuated.
If that was the case, we'd call Jonah Hill the Deflategate.
The deflator.
Yes.
Jonah Hill, that's your nickname.
I had to fit
him in. It is yours.
I fit him in somewhere. I needed him. I had a Jonah Hill fix, and I got it. By the way, I just noticed this. I'm going to put the picture of the courtroom sketch from the Tom Brady case on the blog because it looks like Tom Brady's playing that guy from the movie Thinner.
Oh my goodness.
That is the worst courtroom drawing I've ever seen. That is amazing to look at.
Dina.
Oh shit. So yeah, pretty much the same thing's going on. Brady's saying no, I didn't do shit. He says, I have a friend, every time I buy a new cell phone, I give my phone to my agent, say, get rid of it. So it's a consistent thing of him brutally destroying cell phones in parking lots as per order of Tom Brady with every new phone purchase.
And I'm going to tell you, honestly, I think the only thing that is bothering, the real reason why Tom Brady's even fighting this is because he doesn't want to go the way of Drew Bledsoe.
He decided that when he became a Patriot. He knew what his life was going to become.
But how many more years does he have, really?
I thought it was going to be over after this year, but Jimmy Garoppolo's not showing that case for me.
But Jimmy Garoppolo may be able to if Tom Brady has 4 games off.
I don't know. I don't trust him anymore. I don't think he'll do that again.
Bledsoe didn't trust Brady either.
Oh, man. Garoppolo has to do good. He has to do good. Get better. Get good, kid. So that way Brady's life will just go down. He'd kill himself.
They try to act like the best of friends now, though.
Tom Brady and Jimmy Garoppolo?
Tom Brady and Drew Bledsoe.
Oh, yeah.
Don't think that Montana likes Steve Young either.
No.
Don't ever think that for a second.
They're not friends. They're not cool with each other. They play golf, probably. Because enemies play golf together.
Because when Steve Young comes around, that's when you go playing 2 years for the Chiefs, which I think is also the same thing Steve Young did when Elvis Gerback was supposed to be our savior, and that didn't work out. I hope Kaepernick doesn't turn into another Gerback. I really don't.
He's probably going to.
Gerback was hot for that first year or year and a half.
I think you guys should have kept Alex Smith.
I thought we should have too.
I don't think he should have gone away for Kaepernick. Kaepernick.
All our quarterbacks have to go to Kansas City. That's where they go to die.
He didn't have that long of living. He could have lived so much longer. You guys should have picked up Aaron Rodgers. You guys could have had Aaron Rodgers.
We could have.
You could have. You guys could have been amazing right now.
He was from Cal, dude. I don't know how that didn't happen.
He wanted to play for the 49ers.
Not only that, I don't know how we didn't go with Luck after that.
Yeah.
Like, we should have done whatever we could to get. I thought that I surely thought once Jim Harbaugh got to San Francisco, he would set up a place for Andrew Luck.
No. Wasn't a lot of good decisions you guys have been making.
Just like I thought that we drafted Tank Carradine to play opposite side of Aldon Smith, but it's turning out like he's going to be Aldon Smith's fucking replacement.
Which is sad, because you guys are losing a lot of people.
We have lost a lot of people.
Lost a lot.
I'm going to start a freaking telethon for 49ers. Think of all the Niners we've lost.
Oh.
With your donations. We can get some salary for the roster.
Oh, shit. On to entertainment. I'm going to add in a sound later. I think I'm going to add sounds now. On to entertainment. So, the other day, I was looking on the interweb, like I normally do, and I saw something about Heath Ledger and his journal and a documentary that's coming up about him, and his journal from when he played Joker, where he locked himself up in a room in a London hotel for like a month and practiced the laughing, the talking, the acting of Joker. And I think went insane inside the hotel room trying to be Joker. He probably went insane from that because the journal was fucked up. Like, it had photos of A Clockwork Orange with Malcolm McDowell in it, which, by the way, Malcolm McDowell in the 70s was the most fucked up human being ever. Right? You fisted a man on camera. You did that, Malcolm McDowell. You remember that. And you drink ecstasy-laced milk on top of naked women's titties.
But is he crazier than Gary Busey in the 2000s, though?
No. It's, it's a different kind of crazy, because Gary Busey's crazy is awesome. Like, I literally, one time in Tampa, I thought I saw Gary Busey in the road picking up a quarter. And everyone I tell that story to says, you know what, that makes sense. Because Gary Busey seems like a guy who would be in the road picking up a quarter in the middle of a highway. Because that's just what Gary Busey does. He yells at seashells and picks up quarters dressed as a homeless man.
I can't.
Alright, so back to the Joker thing. So it got me thinking about Heath Ledger as Joker and how awesome his Joker was. And then, as we all know, Jared Leto is being clinically insane with Joker right now. Method acting. Terrifying everybody. Like, everybody. So I decided to do the entertainment segment on the Jokers. So we're going to talk about all the Jokers. Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, which we haven't seen him yet. Jack Nicholson, because we can't forget about his horrible performance. And, of course, the original Cesar Romero, who, in my book, got the top vote due solely on the fact that he refused to shave his mustache.
I think he got the top vote because he wore the most ass whoopings from Batman.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. The comically amazing ones.
He wore ass whooping every weeknight at 8.
By Adam West, which is even awesomer because Adam West is the best Batman. But so, Cesar Romero and Adam West, you guys belong together at number 1 in my book, at the top. But, for number 2, I haven't seen Jared Leto yet. But from all the news on set from, okay, don't quote me on this guy's name, Jai Courtney. He's Australian. He's in the movie playing Captain Boomerang. He was also in Insurgent and Divergent. Really cool guy. But he said that Jared plays Joker even when he's not on the set. Like, off the set, he sends them stuff, he acts like Joker, he's crazy.
Running around New York.
With bright neon green hair, acting like it's a casual day. It's creepy. He actually took a day off and walked around without the tattoos and the grill and everything on, and was still very creepy.
Yeah, that picture is pretty creepy.
It's extremely creepy. But, so, I put him at number 3 below Heath Ledger, because Heath Ledger's Joker was also insane, but in a depressing kind of way that made you feel bad for Joker.
See, Heath Ledger, I mean, he's got to be number 1 only because we've seen what he's done. But I mean, I'd put Jared Leto over Cesar Romero.
What, really? Alright.
Just off the trailer alone.
Off the trailer, yes, Jared Leto. Okay, the trailer alone was amazing.
It's hard for Jared Leto to fuck that up at this point. Like,
yeah.
You can't disappoint after that trailer.
No. And even if that trailer is the worst part of his role in the movie, I'd be the most ecstatic person ever.
Yeah.
It can't be his best part, though. I'll be sad. I think the world would be sad.
He's really gonna have to bring it. Because, I mean, you can't let the trailer be the movie.
You can't.
And I already don't like Harley Quinn.
No, I don't either. I got over the Will Smith thing, but the Harley Quinn thing, after seeing the trailer, is still upsetting me. It doesn't seem like Harley Quinn. It seems like Avril Lavigne playing Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
It's not good. I'm not a fan of it. But you got to do it right, DC. Literally, your entire future rests on Ben Affleck and Jared Leto.
I think the world's future rests on it. The nerds will riot.
Oh my God, a nerd riot.
Nerd riots are bad, man. Because nerd riots aren't in the streets. Nerd riots are on the web.
They get you from everywhere. You don't know where you're going. Nothing works. All right, so Jack Nicholson, you're at the end of the list.
Yeah.
I just put you there. I actually just mentioned you only because you did play Joker, and if that's what you call playing Joker, since you were only Joker for a short part of the movie.
Like the barrel, the gun that was like all the way down his fucking leg.
Yeah.
That alone just killed it for me.
Yeah, that was horrible, Jack Nicholson. In fact, I'm sorry, now that I'm on the Jack Nicholson thing, I don't remember many movies of yours I enjoyed. Like, I what was that one movie where you were, like, a OCD guy?
You just gonna get him now? What, the one with him and Adam Sandler?
No, that was Anger Management. That was alright, but that was an Adam Sandler movie. So, they're all just alright. What was it called? It had Cuba Gooding Jr. in it.
I don't like Cuba Gooding Jr.
You don't like Cuba Gooding Jr.?
I don't like his movies.
He got an Oscar.
I don't care.
He has an Oscar.
Did he get an Oscar for like Snow Dogs? No, he got it for Radio, didn't he?
Yeah, for Radio. He got it for playing the right amount of retard.
I don't like Radio. Is it wrong that I say that?
I don't know. I don't know. Did you like Sean Penn?
No.
Was it Sean Penn who played in Rain Man? No, it was the other guy. Who's that other guy who looks like Sean Penn?
You didn't like The Shining?
No, I didn't like The Shining.
I didn't like The Shining. Like, I liked it, but I didn't like it.
Okay, I liked him in The Departed. But that's because I like The Departed as a whole movie.
I liked him in A Few Good Men only because I feel like that's who he is in real life. I feel like he's that kind of dick in real life.
As good as it gets. That's the movie.
We have to get. Okay, yeah, let's do a casting call. We gotta get the show.
I'm so high. Alright. So the casting call this week was really hard and tedious, and we couldn't think of anything until literally right before the show was ready to go. Right before we started recording the show, we came up with the casting call for this time.
So we may be doing other stuff in the future.
Yeah, because casting call. Okay.
We cut it pretty close.
So, this casting call was inspired by the Joker story that we did, because Jared Leto, we were like, he's crazy, look how crazy he looks. And then Jay said, Mad Hatter, and I was like, Mad Hatter, he could be Mad Hatter. And then, boom, Alice in Wonderland casting call was created, because Jared Leto is Mad Hatter. And then, as we got into the casting call, I think we actually forgot Jared Leto was going to be the Mad Hatter and was talking about other people.
Yeah, because I mean, we started out with you said that the Red Queen was gonna be Oprah,
Oprah.
and
Yeah.
like that's just hands down the best idea ever.
If you can make the Karate Kid black and you can make Annie black, then I can make the Red Queen be Oprah. I'm not even gonna say black because she's not even black. She's Oprah. She's her own.
But
race.
we want like color purple Oprah. Like
Yes.
that's the Red Queen.
Yes.
So
Have you seen The Butler?
You think? Yeah. But I mean, like, you think we can convince her to like do a Jonah Hill and put on some weight for the movie?
Yeah.
Because she's been skinny Oprah for a while now.
I don't like skinny Oprah.
I don't like skinny Oprah.
I don't like skinny Oprah at all. She's got to be chunky Oprah.
Alright, so we went from the Red Queen. Who do we have next on it?
I think we did. Next was White Rabbit, which at first I imagined Jonah Hill with a monocle hopping around. Like I was even imagining the rabbit suit or anything. I was just imagining Jonah Hill being a fucking hopping human being. But we decided that on a funnier note,
we were just gonna give it to Eminem. And he could be White Rabbit twice in his life in 2 different movies.
reprising a character in a different movie in a different role, just with the same name.
Just
we could
with
even
the
have
same
a
name.
rap.
Exactly.
Rap about being late for a very important date. All right. So,
I think he'd do it just off of that.
I think he would. He's been really cool lately. I mean, they got him to say he was gay in a movie. So I'm pretty sure he'd be a rapping White Rabbit in a movie.
Alright. And then we had who?
Alice.
Alice, actually, we started with Haley Mathers for Alec. And then that just got too creepy and everybody agreed that that wasn't the right direction because then it's more of a Eminem and his daughter thing than it is a crazy twist on Alice in Wonderland. So immediately scrapped her and replaced her with Jeanette McCurdy.
Cat, Sam. That's Sam. Sam, that's Sam. From Sam and Cat. I love Sam from Sam and Cat. I love Sam and Cat. I don't like Cat. Fuck Ariana Grande.
Yeah, and that's the conclusion that we actually came to with keeping Jeanette McCurdy, is that because Ariana Grande's career is probably over at this point, this would be the perfect time for her to go ahead and launch hers.
Yes.
So, that right there should get Jeanette McCurdy in the movie.
She needs to do it. Wait, is she old enough to be naked?
Oh, don't take it there. I don't know.
She is. She is. I grew up with Jeanette McCurdy, okay? I had a crush on her ever since iCarly. I'm not that...
I have to think I have to remember sometimes I'm like 10 years older than you.
I also had a crush on the Pink Ranger, and she's way older than me. I watched Power Rangers.
Oh, she's like 23 years old.
Oh, see, so yes, Jeanette McCurdy.
You're in the safe zone.
Yes, so she can do a nude scene. I have to.
Jeez.
Well, it's a fucked up Alice in Wonderland. It's got Oprah in it. You want to see Oprah do a nude scene? I wouldn't mind.
Is she doing it in front of Tweedledee and Tweedledum then?
Yes.
Is it Zach and Cody?
Zach and Cody is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Yes.
This just got twisted real fast.
Alice?
Real fast.
She goes down a rabbit pole, because she's in a strip club, working as a stripper, and she transports down into the magical Wonderland. Yeah, Wonderland. It's like a giant magical strip club palace.
What the fuck?
I'm thinking. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's not where I was going with this movie.
Really?
No.
Okay, so we're on different levels.
I thought it was gonna be like Suicide Squad inspired, like Alice in Wonderland.
That's cool too.
Like just like crazy fucked up shit. That's why I got people who are like who can do crazy fucked up. Like I don't know how Zach and Cody fit in, but because they're Tweedledee and Tweedledum, it would be a very odd situation for them. And that's how that works.
I feel like they'll be more fucked up than Jeanette McCurdy because she came from Nickelodeon. They came from Disney.
Yeah, but Jeanette McCurdy already has like a nude picture scandal going on or something like that.
Oh yeah, part of the Fappening 4.
Yeah, she's ready for her stardom after Nick that all these Nickelodeon stars seem to go through.
I'm excited about this. This makes me want to see this movie.
Shout out to Britney Spears.
I love Britney Spears. And Justin Timberlake. JT. Alright, so Cheshire Cat would have to be in it, and we had a conversation earlier because somebody wanted Depp inside of it so bad that we did Depp, but Johnny Depp on drugs.
He has to take the real opiates. He has to play the part of the cat high.
Super fucked up. Like how he was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but in real life.
In
real life. And that's the only way he could do it. Dressed as Jack Sparrow.
There you go.
While he's recording the voice of Cheshire Cat, he has to be dressed as Jack Sparrow. Because that'd just be amazing.
And talk with the same accent.
Yeah.
But be as high as he was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Talk super, super fast in a pirate voice and put it on a digital cat.
Yes.
You got a movie right there. Alright, so, and then the leader of the Red Cards Army, because he's awesome and he has to be in it, John C. Reilly. Because he's John C. Reilly, man. He's been in everything you've ever enjoyed. You just don't know it. Boogie Nights, he was in there. Skinny John C. Reilly. He was awesome. Step Brothers, we all know he was in there. There's another one that he was in subtly. I don't know. Alright, so.
Wreck-It Ralph?
Oh my god, he was Wreck-It Ralph, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Walking Hard. That was stupid. Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. Walk Hard was awesome.
I wasn't a big Walk Hard fan. Dude's been in a million
Gangs
fucking
of New
movies.
York. Gangs of New York. He was in Gangs of New York. That was the awesomest role
He was in
ever.
Chicago too.
Oh my god, see,
he's been in
a lot.
every
The Aviator.
Holy crap, dude.
Cyrus with Jonah Hill, Fat Jonah Hill.
Days of Thunder.
Oh my god, John C. Reilly, I never
Perfect Storm.
realized. Was
Eating Gilbert
Grape?
Grape?
What?
Holy crap.
I remember him in Perfect Storm. He died with the black dude.
I remember him now in The Dictator too.
Man, John C. Reilly, you've been everywhere.
What the hell?
Why have I not noticed? You see?
For the love of the game.
You don't even notice he's there, but he's there.
He's there.
He's always there.
He is paid.
Damn, John.
He's been everywhere.
Everything. That's Kathy Bates he's been with. He's been Never Been Kissed. Good job, John C. Reilly. So yeah, definitely, you should be in this movie too.
Write us a check. We just read out your whole career right now.
There you go, man. People are gonna watch you on Netflix now.
I'm going to email our link to our podcast to John C. Reilly so you can hear this part about getting us a check. Can we put this first? In case he only hears the first couple of seconds.
That'd be the intro for the show. John C. Reilly, write us a check. Then he'll be forced to listen to the show to see why these people are demanding a check from me. It doesn't have to be a large amount. I will literally take any amount you're willing
For real.
to give.
I mean, make it a 2-cent check. I won't even cash it. We'll just frame it.
We thank you, John C. Reilly. Alright, so there was our casting call for tonight. There's our show for tonight.
Make sure you check out the blog and the Tumblr.
And yeah, we're going to start posting more videos on the blog of the videos that we listen to for the show. And more pictures. And yeah. Follow along with us on the Tumblr, like you said. And if you want to watch us while we're doing the show, check out the Snapchat. This is It Was Used. I'll write it down so you guys can check it out. But it's a Snapchat, and it shows you what we're doing during the show, so you can feel like you're here with us.
Yeah. Join our merry crew.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys.
Have a night.